Please watch to the end. Comment and respond to other people's comments.
And right now, CHP is investigating a freeway shooting.
We know one person was shot. Now, this is happening on I-5 at Richards Boulevard. That's where Laura Hafley has been following this story for us. She's live now at the scene with an update. Laura.
The California Highway Patrol just confirming to us minutes ago the man inside of the truck was shot through the driver's side window. We're going to zoom in a little bit here. You'll be able to see the glass that's broken on that driver's side window, as well as a part of that side mirror. The California Highway Patrol confirming that person was taken to a nearby hospital. We don't have an update on their condition just yet. Now let's talk about suspects. Right now, the California Highway Patrol says they are looking for a white Mercedes. We asked if there was one suspect or multiple. They were not able to answer that. And we also asked about what many of you might be concerned about, which is, was this a road rage incident? They were not able to give us an answer on that either, but they do say if you are on the road, obviously the safest way to be behind that wheel is to be calm, take your time. If someone does cut you off, just let it happen. Now, traffic right now is a bit heavy. You can see behind me cars taking it really slow driving by this incident. We are along I-5 South right near Richards Boulevard. That is where on-ramps are currently closed off. So if you are in the area or heading this way, I would divert, take a different route, because again, this traffic is just getting heavier as the California Highway Patrol continues to investigate this incident. So again, one victim taken to a local hospital. Investigators are looking for a white Mercedes, and as soon as we get any new information, we will let you know.
Hopefully we can get a license plate soon. We can pass that along to our viewers as well. All right, Laura, thanks so much.
New information tonight in a deadly road rage shooting that shut down part of I-5 last night. The CHP has now made an arrest after officers identified the suspect and the victim. We're also learning more about how the CHP tracked down that suspect in this case.
KCRA 3's Lizzie Mitri has the latest now on the investigation.
Sacramento County coroner records show 60-year-old Lufino Mejorado was the man killed in that road rage shooting yesterday. And CHP has now identified David Perry as the suspected shooter. Records show he was booked into the county jail at 5 this morning for murder. CHP says it all started around 2:15 yesterday afternoon on Interstate 80 at Watt Avenue when they started getting calls about a road rage incident. Investigators say the two cars involved continued west before getting on Interstate 5 south. And when they reached the area of Richards Boulevard, CHP says the suspect opened fire, shooting the driver of this red pickup truck. Several people heard those gunshots, including Sharmila Lata, who was working at the Motel 6. She showed us where she was when it happened.
Outside on the other side of the building, on the corner.
She says she was checking a room at the Motel 6 on the side of the building facing the interstate and got scared when she heard the shooting.
And then I had 3 shots. And then from there, I was just going to hide myself. And was like, maybe it's gonna hit me, you know? And then after that, I was just hiding. And then after that, I heard 2 more shots.
CHP says they found the white Mercedes they believe the shooter was driving at about 5 last night on Watt Avenue south of the Cap City Freeway. They got a warrant to search it and to search the registered owner's address and were able to collect evidence leading to his arrest. The shooting victim, Lufino Mejorado, died just 3 days after his 60th birthday, according to coroner records. In North Sacramento, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
Man, the CHP says killed a man in a road rage shooting earlier this week. This is 33-year-old David Perry. He just appeared in court, was in court where a judge formally outlined the murder charges against him. He was appointed a public defender. The case was continued until next month. The victim, Lufino Mejorado, had just celebrated his 60th birthday. There's a picture of Lou, as his friends called him. He was a veteran. The road rage incident started at I-80 in Watt, ended near I-5 and Richards Boulevard.
And we begin tonight with the man accused of killing another driver on Interstate 5. He's in jail tonight facing murder charges. California Highway Patrol calls this a shooting a case of road rage. And tonight we're hearing from the victim's daughter. Sacramento County coroner identified the victim today as 60-year-old Lufino Mejorado.
And the suspect, 33-year-old David Perry, is facing a murder charge tonight. Officers say the road rage attack started at around 2:15 yesterday afternoon on Interstate 80 at Watt Avenue. When the two vehicles reached the area of Richards Boulevard on I-5, the CHP says the suspect pulled up next to the red pickup and opened fire. The CHP is still investigating what led to that attack. That victim had just turned 60 years old, and now a Sacramento family is grieving the loss of a beloved father and grandfather.
Orko Mana is with us tonight from the Sacramento County Jail, where that man is being held, the suspect's being held, and he also has some reaction from the victim's family.
Well, guys, David Perry is behind bars here at the county jail, and we've learned this shooting is not his first run-in with the law. Meanwhile, the victim's family tells me they're just trying to process this devastating death.
We feel robbed, that he was taken from us.
A family in shock. Loved ones are mourning the loss of 60-year-old Lufino Reyes, the man who was killed in Monday's road rage shooting on I-5.
It was just a senseless, just selfish act of violence.
His daughter, Lauren Bohanna, speaking only to KCRA3 about how she wants her father to be remembered.
He was a family man. He would help you in any way that he can. You could always count on him to be there for you in your time of need.
Bohanna says her father was a retired corrections officer and an Army veteran.
He dedicated his life to serving others.
And what makes this terrible tragedy even worse is the loss of her cousin and grandmother earlier this year.
It really does add salt already on a very, very open and fresh wound. It really hurts.
Tonight, 33-year-old David Perry is sitting behind bars after allegedly shooting a man on I-5 during a road rage incident.
Attention all units, information from CHP on a shooting they had I-5 at Garden Highway. Suspect vehicle is a white Mercedes sedan, unknown plate. It was fleeing southbound I-5. It just returned to the scene and shot at the victim vehicle again and fled again.
Police dispatch audio from Monday lays out the scene as two cars were on I-5 near Richards Boulevard. The driver of the Mercedes pulled up next to the Dodge and fired a gun multiple times.
Killed a man in a road rage shooting earlier this week. This is 33-year-old David Perry. He just appeared in court, was in court where a judge formally outlined the murder charges against him. He was appointed a public defender. The case was continued until next month. A man has been convicted of shooting and killing a 60-year-old man on I-5 during a road rage incident in 2021 in Sacramento.
David Perry was found guilty on February 6, 2025 of multiple road rage incidents in Sacramento, California. A jury convicted him of first-degree murder and attempted murder with confirmed special circumstances and firearm discharge allegations. Perry now faces a possible life sentence without parole, with sentencing set for April 4th, 2025.